You find yourself amid a quiet forest under a blanket of stars, the kind that twinkle like whispers among the trees, casting playful shadows on the ground. A serene night masked by an unsettling truth. What walks through the shadows is not just the whisper of the wind, but a force fueled by a primal instinct, a bear on a mission of justice. The stillness is palpable. Each rustle of leaves, each distant call of a night bird hangs in the air with an almost electric tension, a sense that something extraordinary is about to unfold. Tonight is not like any other. You are stepping into a world where nature's fury can collide with human greed, where the line between predator and protector blurs into something baffling, yet breathtaking. As you peer into the distance, your heart pounds, knowing that just beyond the thicket lies a hidden poacher camp, a dark stain on the vibrant canvas of life that surrounds you. Within its shadows, 40 innocent animals languish in cages, stripped of their dignity and hope, mere victims of greed and cruelty. Each animal, each suffering soul, waits for a savior, someone, or something, to rewrite its story. An unsettling pit forms in your stomach. Who will become the hero amid this chaos? As you take a deep breath, force yourself to remain still and let the forest energy wash over you. The tension thickens. Your instincts scream at you to flee, yet the moral pull anchors you to this spot. The tale you thought you knew will soon transform, exposing the shocking reality of humanity's failures. In a space that should cradle life, a grave injustice threatens to unfold, hidden in plain sight. With the moon high above, bathing the landscape in silver, you sense that tonight, something incredible is about to happen. Suddenly, the quiet is interrupted by faint, desperate sounds that echo through the trees, a haunting chorus of cries pulling you deeper into this tragic web. Each note tells a story of fear and suffering, sending chills down your spine. You imagine the various animals trapped within their cruel cages, a majestic deer, its eyes wide with terror, perhaps a curious fox, its playful spirit wilting, or smaller creatures, once vibrant, now mere shadows of their former selves. The darkness they inhabit, lined with cold metal and heavy chains, reverberates with their unheard pleas. An image emerges in your mind. The poachers, hidden in the shadows, boast about their profits, their laughter echoing chillingly in contrast to the desperate pleas that slice through the air around you. In that moment, you feel the world shift, your gaze narrowing as if through a lens determined to capture the inevitable collision of forces. The forest, usually vibrant and alive, feels eerily silenced, a waiting ground for the incoming danger. You shift anxiously among the trees, absorbing the unsettling feeling of powerlessness as the injustice gnaws at your conscience. You question your existence in this scene. How did it come to this? The animals are more than just captives. They are symbols of an unwinnable struggle against humanity's darker impulses, held in places designed to strip them of their essence. An overwhelming sense of anger surges within you, intertwining with disbelief and a deep longing for justice. The reality of hidden trafficking operations weighs heavily on your heart as you grasp the isolation of these creatures, who have no voice but the faint cries that manage to reach the outside world. You ponder the fragility of life, caught in a cruel game orchestrated by humans who think they hold the power, the control. Yet tonight, things feel different. The tension builds in the hollow spaces of your chest. The primal urges of the wild rise to the surface, waiting for the moment when they can no longer remain silent. You feel something stirring, an anticipation that quickens your pulse. Will justice rise from the depths of this desolation? Slow footsteps creep through the darkness, echoing the unease in your heart, amplifying your fears. You brace yourself against the timeless bark of a tree, the scent of earth and moss mingling with the stale smell of despair. The piercing cries grow louder, an unsettling symphony that plays on repeat, reminding you of the stakes, reminding you of the lives at risk. Just close your eyes and listen. This is not merely a backdrop. It is a battleground that stretches before you, where innocence stands on one side and malevolence on the other, locked in a brutal struggle for survival. And then, just when it feels like the dawn of despair is about to fall, a rustling in the underbrush catches your attention. You hold your breath. What is it? The tension hangs in the air, thick enough to cut. The wildlife around you seems to hold still, as if anticipating a shift. Maybe this is more than just your imagination. You know this moment could change everything. In the delicate silence, possibility lingers, waiting for the right heartbeat to ignite it into action. Nature often whispers her secrets, but tonight feels different. The branches sway gently, ushering in a new presence, and with it comes that undeniable sense of purpose, born from a wild instinct older than humanity itself. In this heartbeat of truth, you will soon witness the most astonishing act of defiance against cruelty, the emergence of an unexpected guardian. As the moonlight dances across the landscape, you realize that change is on the horizon, ready to rise from the ashes of despair. The kind of change that will challenge not only the poachers, but the very notion of what protection means in this fragile world. You stand on the precipice of a story that many will fail to believe, a tale where the true hero might not come clad in the armor of mankind, but instead through the raw and untamed spirit of the wild itself. Will you bear witness? Will you remember? For as the night unfolds, a courageous bear is on its way, rising to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, forever reshaping the narrative you thought you understood. You stand frozen, heart pounding in rhythm with the distant cries surrounding you. With each passing moment, the forest tightens around you, alive with a tension that is both electric and suffocating. You recollect the plight of those trapped animals, their individual stories woven together under the oppressive blanket of greed. The rustling grows louder, revealing a world teetering on the edge of chaos. A majestic deer, eyes wide with fear, swims through your mind, caught in an invisible net of despair. How many more dream of open fields bathed in sunlight, only to find themselves snared in metal cages? Your sense of urgency mounts, amplifying the drumbeat in your chest. The poachers are not merely thieves of fur or flesh. They are robbers of life. Mercenary villains hiding beneath a cloak of ignorance, mocking the guardians of the forest they so carelessly trample beneath their feet. The laughter of the poachers sneers through the darkness, chilling in its casual cruelty, while their fires flicker like a grotesque mockery of warmth. You can almost hear their boastful conversations, growing louder with each breath. As the night deepens, you realize they see themselves as kings, ruling over the very life they seek to destroy. You strain to launch a wave of disbelief against your senses, but reality slams into you like a dead weight. This is no dream, and this is no isolated incident. Something inside you snaps as you envision the cage doors shutting tight around terrified creatures, muffling their cries. The forest, which should echo with life, instead vibrates with fear. Cold metal and harsh words form a stark contrast against the soft, beating heart of nature. The lives held captive are not just numbers, they are stories, fragments of joy and survival, now crushed under the weight of human ambition. As the shadows of the poachers stretch menacingly across the ground, you find it hard to breathe. The palpable silence is an echo of the yearning, the despair, shared among the woodland inhabitants. You imagine the intimate connections these creatures forge with the earth. The deer galloping through sunlit dappled glades, the fox hunting under the watchful gaze of the moon. It's a world that deserves its rightful place, intertwined with the rhythm of existence. Yet here they are, trembling in chains, an injustice so profound that it chokes your spirit. You wonder how many times this play has been acted out beneath the canopy of leaves, that the very shadows you stand in have borne witness to countless heartbreaking tales. Would anyone else come? Would the cries of the voiceless ever be enough to summon help? You stare into the abyss, hoping to catch a glimpse of something, anything, that could restore faith in the wild. In the depths of your thoughts, a new sound emerges, one that shatters your reverie, an echo of resolve. It travels on the breeze, brushing against your senses like the faintest whisper, and you begin to feel it within you, burgeoning into an ember of hope. What if tonight were different? What if just beyond the grasp of despair, something miraculous unfolded? You take a moment to breathe and steady yourself, saturating your thoughts in the imagery of freedom and resilience. It creeps in slowly at first, but soon blossoms into an unquenchable fire, igniting a fervor deep within your soul. You have seen injustices before, felt anger as a companion, but this time it feels as if destiny has scripted a new act. The universe is shifting, and the universe is listening. Then suddenly the underbrush parts, and out steps the bear. Your breath catches in your throat, eyes widening in awe as this magnificent creature emerges. It strides forward, muscles rippling under its thick fur, its presence a stark contrast to the cowardly poachers lurking in the shadows. This is not just any bear. This is a guardian, an embodiment of nature's fierce spirit. You feel the world shift again, as if the forest itself has held its breath, waiting for this moment to unfold. You watch as the bear sniffs the air, nostrils flaring. It knows the cries of the animals, the pain of those captured souls that echo in the night. This guardian is attuned to the stories unfolding in the darkness, as if every heartbeat carries a thread leading back to the forest, back to the very essence of life itself. In your heart, a surge of resistance stirs, overwhelming you with sense of purpose. You can almost hear it call out, a collective roar of determination that breaks through the treetops, awakening something dormant within you. This bear has not only come to reclaim what is lost, it has stepped into the role of a savior, ready to rewrite the narrative that human cruelty has spun over this sacred place. The tension mounts. The poachers, still robed in their arrogance, unaware of the convergence of fate unraveling before them. They chuckle amongst themselves, emboldened by their perceived victory, blind to the very real threat looming nearby. But you see it clearly. The bear prepares for action, instinctually aware of its purpose to stand against great wrongs. Preparing to act, it crouches low, muscles coiling like a spring. In one breathtaking moment, it seems to transform. This guardian rises from the shadows in a symphony of power and grace, a living embodiment of justice. As it prowls toward the cages, you feel the very air shift, the heart of the forest quickening with the promise of rebellion. Your heart races, knowing this is not just a physical act, it is a moral uprising. As the bear nears the first cage, you sense the world holding its breath, teetering on the brink of transformation. Nature is answering, challenging the cruelty that has gripped this land for far too long. Will you witness this moment? Will you remember and share this story, echoing the truth of what courage looks like? You watch, your heart swelling, as this courageous bear drives forward with majestic intent, its roar destined to rattle the chains of despair and reclaim the resilience that belongs to the wild. In this chaotic dance of life and death, you are poised to witness the most astonishing act of defiance against cruelty, forever rewriting the fate of those who have suffered in silence. In that charged moment, the world narrows to a single breath. The bear leaps, a rush of pure instinct and purpose, a thunderous embodiment of nature's raw power surging against the darkness of human greed. As its massive form closes in, Silence envelops the chaos, the poachers frozen in disbelief. With a swiftness that belies its size, the bear strikes the first cage, each powerful claw deftly prying away the rusty lock, metal screaming in protest. The gate swings open with a resounding crash, a deafening proclamation of freedom. You can hardly believe your eyes as the captive animals react, their spirits igniting anew. A deer bursts forth first, bolting into the wild, a whirlwind of fur and determination. Its hooves drum against the forest floor, a heartbeat reclaiming its rhythm. Behind it, a cacophony of frantic movements ensues as the fox darts through the gap, small and fast, a blur of tenacity escaping the clutches of despair. Overwhelmed, you watch as the bear continues its relentless drive, opening cage after cage with a raw determination that feels like poetry in motion. Each slip of the lock is a chorus of liberation, and with each door that swings wide, the forest comes alive with the screeches and roars of animals finally tasting freedom. The poachers shout, their arrogance stripped away, replaced by fear and panic. They scramble to grab weapons and tools, desperate to regain control. But it's futile. The forest has awoken, reclaiming what is rightfully its, and nestled within that awakened spirit is the bear, a sentinel of justice, radiating strength and wisdom, rallying all who witness this unfolding truth. In that moment, something visceral stirs within you. You are not merely an observer, you are part of this spectacular uprising. The very air seems electrified, charged with the essence of what it means to stand up against cruelty. Heart racing, every fiber of your being urges you to share this story, to amplify the roar of this rebellion, to echo the bravery of this bear that has become an indomitable force of nature. As the bear approaches another cage, the tension in the air thickens again. Will it succeed? You hold your breath, the forest holding its collective breath alongside you, a symphony of anticipation. And then it happens. The lock gives way, another gate swings open, and the tide of animals floods out. The spirit of the wild rushes back in, reclaiming their space with vigor and fervor. Yet the poachers, engulfed by a mix of anger and desperation, converge on the bear, armed with makeshift weapons and spurred by a false sense of bravado. They swing wildly, inexperienced hands fueled by fear. But the bear is wiser than they can fathom. It rises, untouched by their barbarism, a testament to the wild's raw strength. You witness the poachers' futile attempts. They swing at shadows, and as if nature itself responds in kind, the bear dances away, a ballet of power and force. It moves with grace, aware of every beat of the unfolding drama, its instincts sharp, vigilant. A sudden shout erupts from one of the poachers as they falter, stepping back into one of the open cages in panic. The sight is surreal. You feel a swell of hope, coupled with a profound understanding of the delicate balance between fear and bravery. In an eruption of energy, the bear charges forward, lumbering majestic and intimidating like a mountain, eyes fierce. A horrible thud fills the air as it collides with the poacher, but not with violence, rather with the intent to protect. The poacher stumbles back, shock ringing in their eyes as they witness the embodiment of nature standing against them and for those they sought to control. The bear spins, redirecting its focus back to the remaining cages while the poachers scatter, disoriented. The forest itself roars with approval. Finally, the hero has arrived, crowned in fur and muscle, divine in its mission. The momentum shifts. The animals, emboldened by the bear's bravery, surge around the clearing, running free like wildfire dancing through dried grass. With each freed creature, the poacher's reign crumbles further, their shouts now mingling with the screeches of freedom, echoing high above the canopies. The forest reverberates with life, the natural order re-establishing itself in unexpected yet celebratory tones. Every instinct within the bear guides it as it approaches the last set of cages, powerful yet careful, a paradox of strength and gentleness. It pauses at the last door, chest heaving, eyes scanning the surroundings to ensure no threat lingers. Finally, you catch your breath in conjunction with the heart of the forest, a heartbeat now synchronized with the bear's rhythm. As the last lock gives way, you sense a newfound clarity. It isn't just a story of rescue, it is a story of rebirth. You realize this bear is not just liberating the physically trapped, it is awakening a community of creatures that had almost forgotten their own resilience. The final cage swings open and out rushes a cluster of animals, pouring forth into the embrace of nature like a long-lost memory returning home. As they sprint into the dusk, joy ripples through the air. The bear stands proud, a protector, having woven its own tale into the fabric of wild justice. In this moment, you understand that what you have witnessed is not just an act of rebellion against cruelty, but a celebration of life itself. The forest pulses with energy, the laughter of newfound freedom fills the air, and your heart swells with gratitude for this spectacle. You realize that sometimes, from the depths of despair, heroes emerge in the most unexpected forms, like this fierce guardian, a bear who refused to let the darkness win. And it strikes you then, as the echoes of freedom ring out. The bear has not merely acted on instinct, it has become a symbol of hope and resilience, a chapter in a narrative that you will carry with you forever. The unseen world of protection, the hidden strength of the wild. Tonight you witnessed it firsthand. In that moment you make a silent vow to share this truth, to let the world know that courage takes many forms and that sometimes it wears fur. You know you will carry this encounter, this message forward, echoing the beat of the forest in every story you tell. As dawn approaches, light filters through the trees, illuminating a path of hope for all who dare to dream of a world where harmony thrives. As dawn breaks, a fragile glow spills across the landscape, illuminating the remnants of what transpired. The exuberance of the freed animals mingles with the gentle rustle of leaves, creating a harmonious melody that reverberates through the forest. You stand at the edge of this vibrant world, still absorbing the extraordinary events of the night. Heavy heart transformed into flight, anguish morphed into triumph. In the light of day, the cages that once symbolized despair now lie empty, twisted metal and chains glinting like ghostly reminders of the past. It occurs to you then, this is more than mere survival. It is restoration. The stories of each creature unfurl, interwoven and rich, their threads emerging anew, stepping back into their rightful role in the tapestry of life. The deer prances about, tail high, reclaiming its territory with each confident step. The fox, once shadowed by fear, navigates its familiar paths with exuberance. It feels as though life itself is breathing anew, resonating with joy as it bursts forth. An emphatic reminder of resilience and the power of community. This forest, your sanctuary, now vibrates with the energy of rebirth. But you also know that the shadows of the night must be acknowledged. Embedded deep in your consciousness is the grim reality that such darkness exists. The poachers will not vanish with the light, they will regroup, their greed unrelenting, lurking on the fringes, waiting for their chance to yield power again. This moment of salvation must ignite a fire, an unwavering call to arms. You realize this story, a story of hope, cannot remain a solitary tale. It must resonate beyond this forest. The vision of the bear springs boldly to mind, its noble stature embodying the wild spirit that protects the delicate balance of life. An undeniable truth emerges. It is not enough to merely share the story of one extraordinary act of bravery. This tale stretches far beyond what you witnessed. Today, it must empower countless others. It is a call for compassion that knows no bounds, reverberating among human hearts, urging to defend what is vulnerable. You take a moment to reflect on the connections forged within this woodland realm. The bear's rescue of those trapped signifies a deeper lesson, one of shared responsibility. It is a mirrored representation, a powerful reminder of the roles humans play in this intricate dance of existence. For too long, the human narrative has led to folly, blind to the needs of a world woven together by nature and its inhabitants. As sunbeams pierce through the breaks in the canopy, your heart aches with the understanding that redemption lies not in the hands of a singular protector, but in every individual who dares to listen and act. Each captured life represents a collective consciousness, each story an unfulfilled promise waiting to break free. You envision a united front, the call to heal the divide between humanity and the wild. What responsibilities do you have? Will you choose to be a steward of justice for these voiceless creatures? The air thickens with ambition, the scent of ochre earth and dew mingling as you begin walking through the remnants of the bear's courageous endeavor. Each step you take feels weighted with purpose. The forest itself seems to echo a silent affirmation. You witness the renewed symbiosis unfolding before your eyes. Life rushing back into the earth in forms both familiar and foreign. It is here you truly grasp the unseen struggle of wildlife, the inequality of power that shapes each encounter between humankind and nature. Your role may not be as bold as the bear's, but your voice can still resonate in this world. It will carry echoes of their cries, shining a light on both the beauty and fragility of this existence. You vow to speak up, to share this awakening both fervently and intimately, urging those around you to acknowledge what lies beyond their own perceptions. You find a new sense of clarity in knowing that attention to even the smallest details can lead to change. A piece of litter caught in the underbrush, the quiet crackle of branches underfoot. All reminders that your connection to nature is a sacred bond. You breathe deeply, committing to safeguarding such bonds against the frailty that exists, working not only to protect the bear and its companions, but advocating for the entire ecosystem. As the day unfolds, people walking along trails may not know the stories hidden within those trees, but you will. The ordinary becomes extraordinary in the wake of those who stand for the unheard, for those embodying the very essence of resilience the bear displayed. You can lead discussions, sharing knowledge gleaned from passion. It is here you realize the burden is not solely on the bear or any other creature, but on humanity, an unspoken alliance waiting to rise. There will always be those who wish to exploit, a constant battle of wills played out over generations. But now, armed with a new understanding, you illuminate a path that lays the groundwork for a fresh perspective. Stories of courage, like the bear's, can inspire collective action. You can inspire others to become partners in that fight. And as the sun glides higher, showering you with warmth, you feel the unity envelop you. The silence of the forest is punctuated by life, each sound a reminder of the interconnectedness values you now carry. It thunders within your chest as you step forth ready to amplify the spirit of care and protection that can change the conversation. This night of courage and witness has become a powerful declaration, a prompting for action that runs deeper than just admiration of the wild. The forest shelters unending potential, and you stand among its protectors. The bear's triumph resonates through every branch and leaf, inspiring a wave of courageous hearts that will rise alongside it. Today you embrace your role as guardian, whispering tales of hope into a world desperate for change. With the sun now high in the sky, casting golden rays that dance through the leaves, you begin walking deeper into the forest. This once familiar path now holds new meaning, imbued with the essence of your sacred vow. Every footstep echoes the potential for transformation, and as you breathe in the fragrant air thick with wild blooms, the beauty of the world feels profound. The wild spaces surrounding you are filled with wonder and wisdom, and you can't help but reflect on that remarkable night, a night when despair turned to hope. You recall the strength of the bear, its unyielding spirit as it rose against injustice. That presence will forever linger in the fabric of this land, echoing through the branches like a haunting melody. The animals, now liberated, weave their stories back into the symphony of nature, and you, their advocate, their voice, carry that legacy forward. Amidst the lush greenery, the whispers of the forest urge you onward. You envision engaging community members, passionate students, and even skeptical neighbors, drawing them in with the tales of what you witnessed. The heroic bear, who reclaimed freedom not just for itself, but for so many others. Your heart races, knowing the potential to spark awareness, to kindle empathy, to forge alliances strong enough to protect these wild spaces. As you pass a majestic oak, you stop for a moment, resting your palm against its gnarled bark. A connection formed in silent reverence. In this moment, the trees stand guardian, their roots entwined, forming a foundation of resilience. Nature teaches patience, a reminder that change takes time, that hope flourishes in the face of adversity, just as it did when that bear charged forward. You envision workshops and community gatherings where youth and adults alike can come together to learn the turmoil of wildlife trafficking, the critical need for conservation. You imagine hands raised in solidarity, voices gathered in unison, all echoing a powerful message. We are the stewards of this world. Together we can forge a future where humans and nature coexist, defending each realm against exploitation. And it's not just about awareness, it's about action. You think of all the initiatives that could blossom from this narrative. The cleanup campaigns along trails, restoration efforts to heal the land, and partnerships with local organizations dedicated to wildlife protection. The voice of the bear will echo through each endeavor, a rallying cry that pulses with energy, drawing awareness to the plight of endangered species, to ecosystems on the brink of collapse. Each thought brims with potential, rising quickly like dandelion seeds on the wind. As you tread onward, you're struck by how rapidly nature repairs itself when given the chance, reclaiming spaces once marked by turmoil. Without the burden of chains, life responds with vigor and cheer. This has become your mission, a chance to advocate for balance between humanity and the wilderness. But as you reflect, a shadow lingers in your mind: the poachers. You know their motivations stem from ignorance and desperation. You feel a pang of compassion, mixed with anger. It gives you pause. To truly reshape the narrative, it is essential to engage those willing to listen, those lost in their pursuit of greed and power. Can you reach them? Can you spark a flicker of awareness that opens their eyes to what they've chosen to ignore? The tension beneath the leaves gives testament to the fragility that exists. It's crucial to educate not only the young, but also the weary arms of the older generations who have become stuck in their routines, blindly walking down the path of exploitation. You imagine conversations swirling with questions about choice and consequence, about the interconnectedness of the web of life they sit upon. The sounds of the forest fade into a soft whisper as you contemplate the steps ahead, the responsibilities placed upon your shoulders. You understand that this awakening cannot remain confined to the woods alone. Change must pulse through every corner of society, reshaping attitudes and beliefs. So you vow to become an ambassador, a bridge made of passion connecting the wild with humanity. As you emerge from the trees, stepping back onto a familiar walking trail, you feel a sense of purpose rising within you. The urban landscape stretches before you, a contrast to nature's embrace, pulsing with activity. People bustle past, each lost in their own worlds. But deep down, you know they are not so disconnected from the stories you've just experienced. A spark ignites within. You will use your voice to tell them about the bear, how its indomitable spirit can resonate beyond forest borders and inspire action, urging them to recognize their own role in this ecosystem. You envision them stopping to listen, intrigued by the adventures. Lives of animals reborn as hope spills from the shadows of injustice. As you walk home, thoughts circle like fireflies, each illuminating the path ahead. You imagine creating a digital platform to host your stories so everyone can share their experiences and engage. You see your voice slated within the community newsletter, fostering discussions that echo with the lessons learned from nature. You feel the importance of documenting each step of this journey, creating a narrative that urges action. It will not be just another story. It will become a movement. You envision partnerships forged in compassion and respect, rallying people who refuse to turn a blind eye to suffering. In the days and weeks to come, you will host gatherings. An evening under the stars where stories flow like gentle streams. Each person who attends will walk away transformed, connected to each other through shared responsibility, joined in an alliance to protect that which cannot speak for itself. As you reach your home, you realize that this journey has just begun. The bear stands tall in your memory, an emblem of hope, a symbol of courage you will carry into the world. Each day offers the potential for change, and you are prepared to usher in a new dawn. The cry of the wild will not be silenced. Instead, it will echo even louder, a call to arms in the struggle for justice, for the bear, and the many voices that blend within the woodland symphony. Empowered by this experience, the vision you carry shapes a bright narrative, a future where harmony is not a dream, but a sustained reality. And so, with newfound tenacity, you let your journey unfold, whispering the tales of freedom and strength into a world that needs to hear them, inviting others to join you as stewards of this precious planet we call home. The stories of the wild are waiting to be told, and you are ready to share them. Together we will dance with life, where each brave step forward brings us closer to a united vision, a world where nature and humanity thrive side by side. As the days melt into weeks, the sun hangs like a warm promise over endless horizons, casting long shadows through your community. The invitation you extend to your neighbors resonates, and slowly they begin trickling in. Friends, family, even strangers, all eager to share and listen beneath the stars. Your digital platform comes alive, and stories pour forth, weaving with each other, a tapestry of hope, courage, and a shared love for the wild. Each gathering becomes a canvas painted with laughter and poignant silence, a space where words float freely like leaves on the wind. Seated on blankets spread across lush grass, faces illuminated by flickering lanterns, you hear tales of resilience and redemption. One evening, a young girl shares her experience rescuing a baby bird that had fallen from its nest. Her eyes sparkle with joy, and you realize that each act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to the greater narrative, a heartbeat within the broader tale of nature. You listen to the elders recount their childhood summers, spent in the very woods where the bear roamed freely generations ago. Their voices drip with nostalgia, a haunting echo of what was once untainted. Each story slips brick by brick into the foundation you are building, your community awakening, slowly shedding the apathy that once veiled their eyes. They begin to see the forest as not merely a backdrop for recreation, but as a sanctuary requiring care and reverence. And on one magical night, under a canopy of stars, you facilitate a conversation that shifts from gentle sharing to passionate declarations. People lean forward, energy curling around them like smoke from a campfire, eager to explore how they can collectively act against cruelty and neglect. Together, you create a map, a living blueprint capturing their aspirations, a series of ambitious projects that will breathe new life into community spirit. There is a swift motion that fills the air with determination. Neighborhood cleanups spring into action, followed by initiatives to educate about local wildlife and the threats of poaching. You coordinate with local leaders to foster alliances with nearby environmental groups, their hands reaching out to support a vision they too share. Each meeting fuels the flames of purpose. Ideas are seeded and cultivated into tangible plans. Weeks flow like water, and you feel the pulse of the community quicken. Your heart beats in sync with theirs, a powerful rhythm of cooperation and unwavering resolve. Each project blossoms. Trails are cleaned, litter replaced with the laughter of children discovering nature's secrets anew. Workshops grow bustling with inquisitive minds, eager to learn how to protect the delicate balance of ecosystems surrounding them. Through it all, the bear stands as your unwavering beacon, a figure of resilience gracing banners, flyers, and posts shared online. With every story told, its fierce spirit ignites a spark within others, allowing them to recognize their potential for stewardship in a world aching for healing. Yet, even in this remarkable transformation, a shadow lingers at the edges of your awareness, a persistent reminder of those who prey upon the vulnerable, the poachers who still lurk in the darkness. You can feel their presence like distant thunder, a growing storm threatening to overshadow the progress made. You know it is not enough to simply gather in celebration. It is imperative to stand united against those who exploit. So you reach out to local law enforcement and wildlife authorities, creating a network of acute vigilance where concerns can be shared and addressed. Community watch groups materialize. Together, you create a fortification against human greed, promoting protection where it is most needed. Word spreads throughout the neighboring towns, and soon people are flocking to join. This movement, attracting hundreds, begins to shift the narrative not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. A living example morphing into an awakening that pushes beyond boundaries, spilling into other communities like seedlings carried by the wind. The gatherings swell, diversifying their scope. From storytelling nights to educational workshops, artistic expressions and movies depicting the beauty and struggles of nature. The collective voice transforms from individual murmurs to a resounding chorus calling for respect, protection, and justice for the wild. As months pass, a ripple effect is born. The wildlife in the area begins to repopulate. Deer and fox reproduce within thriving habitats fringed by your community's efforts. The bear's story reaches beyond your forest, carried forth by those now committed to preserving the wild. Communities across the region find inspiration, echoing your message in their own languages, their fervor kindling a wildfire of activism and care that stretches toward the horizon. You step outside one evening, observing the stars twinkling like scattered diamonds. Under this vastness, you're engulfed in gratitude. You marvel at how far you've come, transformed by your experiences into a fabric woven from compassion, courage, and unity. In reflecting on the journey, you understand now that it was never just one bear. It was a collective of spirits ready to rise. You pledge to carry this legacy forward, traveling deeper into uncharted waters, still believing that the wild holds the torch of wisdom and strength. What exists here can transcend barriers, uplifting communities and becoming a symphony harmonizing with nature. As you lay under the stars, you breathe in deeply, knowing your role is to keep the flame alive. In the whispers of the night, stories continue to flow. The tapestry can grow broader, woven with threads of resilience, urging for justice and respect for the sanctity of all life. And you smile, knowing this is not the end. It is merely the beginning of a greater journey, a promise to remain vigilant, to uplift voices that deserve to be heard, and to empower each soul that dares to dance with nature in this wild, interconnected world. Together, you will stride forward into the narrative of tomorrow, echoing the heart of the bear who taught a community to rise against injustice, forge hope from despair, and find strength in unity. The legacy of the wild will continue to proliferate, carried forth through the stories shared and the lives changed. Simply put, this is the next chapter in a timeless tale unfolding. As autumn drapes the landscape in a tapestry of warm golds and reds, your community's spirit flourishes, deeply intertwined with the wilderness that surrounds it. The gatherings have become not just routine, but vibrant celebrations of resilience. A chorus of voices rising harmoniously to advocate for a cause that feels more like a heartbeat than a shared goal. Each story shared resonates in the air like the soft rustle of leaves, connecting everyone in a web of shared purpose. One crisp evening, gathered around a flickering campfire, you witness the profound impact of unity as children's laughter mingles with conversations among adults. A local teacher stands, her breath visible in the cool night air, yet her spirit radiates warmth. She speaks passionately, inspiring the children to see themselves as custodians of the land. Just like the bear watches over its territory, so too must you protect this forest, your home, she emphasizes. The children's eyes light up, absorbing every word as if she is handing them a legacy. Recognizing the power of this momentum, you propose a partnership with local schools, creating programs that unite education with environmental stewardship. The response is overwhelming. Educators and parents eagerly join in, generating ideas from art projects that capture the beauty of local flora and fauna to poetry contests that express deep love for nature. But alongside this blossoming of hope, a shadow of uncertainty looms. Rumors of a development project that threatens to pierce the heart of the forest emerge, sending ripples of fear through the community. You can see it on everyone's faces. Joy ebbs, replaced by a tension tight enough to strangle the very breath of optimism. Those voices, once vibrantly united in celebration, now murmur in hushed tones about what this could mean for their cherished home. Determined not to let fear prevail, you call for a town hall meeting, an opportunity for bonding, sharing, and strategizing against the impending threat. Standing before a gathering filled with familiar faces, you take a deep breath, channeling the collective energy into your words. This land is not just dirt and trees, it's a part of who we are. If we don't stand together now, we risk losing not only our home, but the connection to nature that shapes our very existence. The air thickens with anticipation as your words sink in, creating a moment of solidarity and resolve in the room. From that moment on, everything shifts. Plans materialize with fierce urgency. Letters to local officials pour in, petitions circulate, and information warriors emerge among the ranks, becoming champions for the cause. You find community allies rallying from nearby towns, engaged and eager to support the fight against encroachment on the land. The collective resolve feels like a rising tide, powerful and unyielding. With each passing day, the passion among residents intensifies. Conversations transform from mere speculation to vibrant plans of action. The streets and squares pulse with activity, infused with energy as neighbors come together to organize rallies, set up cleanup efforts, and host awareness campaigns. Banners emblazoned with messages echoing the legacy of the bear flap in the brisk autumn wind, reminders of the unity and strength shared among those who advocate for what matters most. Weeks of effort evolve into action. Each small victory feels like a grain of hope swelling into a mountain of commitment. Standing shoulder to shoulder with your community, you witness the transition from fear to resolve, the desire to safeguard what was at stake, igniting everyone's commitment to honor and protect the wild. In the midst of this whirlwind, you realize Preservation is not just about fighting, it's about nurturing the legacy. Every voice weaves into a larger narrative. Children craft artwork to honor the bear's spirit, capturing its essence in colors that pop against the muted autumn landscape. Adults write heartfelt letters to lawmakers, detailing the importance of the land and its inhabitants, painting vivid pictures of the connections to be preserved. As winter's breath begins to chill the air, your commitment crystallizes. Each snowfall feels like a reminder, a blanket covering the ground, signaling renewal and reflection. You vow to keep the stories alive, your heart swelling with inspiration. Documenting every moment, the enthusiasm of souls awakening to their responsibilities, the embrace of neighbors banding together, the shared vision of a future transformed. The winter solstice arrives, a perfect occasion to light a fire in the heart of your community. You gather everyone to reflect on how far you've come. Together, surrounded by the warmth of shared purpose, you recount battles fought, stories shared, and the fierce commitment to preserving not just a plot of land but a way of life. The bear's spirit echoes in each person's heart, unified in purpose and passion. As the first hints of snowflakes drift down, you pledge to each person present that the fight will not end here, that the saga of the wild must weave forward. The commitment to community and the wilderness has formed an unbreakable bond, one that fosters resilience, hope, and a shared commitment to safeguard the sanctuary that has long been cherished. In this way, as stories circle like the gathering snowflakes, you embrace the truth. The fight for the wild is an endless story written by each of you for future generations. It's a living saga of compassion and strength, where humanity stands as equal partners with nature, lifting the veil on the hidden beauty of a world waiting to be protected. As you step forward into the future, your heart beats alongside each member of this vibrant community, echoing tales of the bear that ignited a flame within each soul. The legacy endures, intertwining hope, respect, and love. A narrative outweighing any threat, guiding you all into uncharted territories of harmony between humans and nature, ensuring that the story never fades. Together, you have embraced the wild and all it signifies, writing your next chapter in the enriching saga of life. As the snow blankets the ground, transforming your world into a serene wonderland, a sense of peace lingers in the crisp air. With each passing day, as winter tightens its hold, you find moments where the urgency of the fight feels wrapped in gentle stillness. The community has bonded in ways you once thought impossible, an intricate web of human connection, intertwining with reverence for nature. In these hushed moments of snowfall, you strive to document every experience, every emotion. You help organize a community newsletter, a platform for sharing stories of hope and resilience. As you and your neighbors sit around tables stacked with warm cups of cider and freshly baked goods, every shared story sparks laughter and reflection. There's a certain magic in these gatherings where people feel safe to express their fears, dreams, and visions for the future. One evening, as you gather contributions for the newsletter, a young girl steps forward shyly, clutching her drawings. With a quivering voice, she says, "I drew the bear because it inspires me to be brave." The group quiets, eyes softening as her innocence shines brightly. You can see hope igniting within her, and it mirrors what has been stirred in so many others. This feeling is not just about a singular bear, it's about a call to courage. You encourage her to share her drawings, and soon enough, her artwork becomes the centerpiece of the newsletter. Its message, a gentle reminder to every reader that bravery comes in many forms. The newsletter spreads throughout your town and beyond, reaching echoing support from surrounding communities. Stories of the bear inspire other places, including yours, to draw strength from the wild, their pages adorned with art and influences from nature, The midwinter sun begins its slow return, days elongating gently, breathing life into the landscape once more. These moments remind you that change is a constant companion, not just within nature, but within the hearts of those who inhabit it. The flickering flame of the community's commitment continues to burn brightly, warming the path forward. But with renewed energy, challenges still loom. The fight is ongoing. Awareness and action must intertwine. You receive word of a local environmental conference scheduled to discuss the implications of the proposed development. The opportunity feels ripe for collaboration, but you know it's time to galvanize your allies again. With urgency, you assemble a coalition from various like-minded groups, activists, educators, local leaders, and residents who share this fervor for preservation. You gather one more time, poring over maps, preparing your voices to ensure the bear's story is not merely a tale of the past, but a manifesto for the future. Strategies take form, plans crystallizing like icicles in the winter sun, as you reflect on how each person adds their unique strengths to the tapestry of this movement. As you prepare to speak at the conference, you remember the girl's innocent courage. Channeling that spirit, you step onto the stage before an audience of mixed emotions, curiosity, skepticism, and determination. You begin by sharing the story of the bear, the remarkable creature that chose to fight against injustice. You tell tales of how that spirit awakened your community, transforming fear into action, highlighting the importance of safeguarding the sanctuary that nurtured so many lives. Together, we can be the voice, you proclaim passionately, voices lifting around you, merging into a harmonious chorus. The wilderness is our heritage, a shared bond that defines us. It is not just land, it is our living, breathing home. This fight is not solely for our generation, but for the children yet to come, who deserve to know the wild as we have. Your speech resonates deeply, weaving through the room like magic, urging all to reflect on their duty to preserve the beauty of the world. With each word, a visible shift occurs. People lean forward, engaged, time suspended in the weight of shared experience. Your vulnerability bleeds into the air, amplifying the impact of the moment. As the conference evolves, breakthroughs emerge. Conversations flow, connections form, and pathways to collaboration illuminate the dark corners of uncertainty. Voices previously cautious now emerge as allies in this fight. The synergy builds stronger, transforming ideas into concrete action plans. With the conference behind you, the momentum continues to swell. Your community finds itself energized, drawn closer, rather than fragmented. You realize this spirit is contagious. The flame ignited long ago by the bear now envelops the wild in warmth, drawing many into a circle of activism that feels armed for the storms ahead. Weeks unfold, with challenges still arising, a signature here, a petition there. But the atmosphere remains vibrant. Community members rise to become avid stewards of the land, echoed in countless conversations during casual errands or shared meals. This thrives as conversations continue to fester with excitement and resolve, weaving through generations past and present, each a chapter of a broader tale. In a pivotal moment, you witness a community event take shape. A celebration of a crafters market that invites local artisans to showcase their wildlife-themed art, blending culture with advocacy. Families flock into the small square as vibrant booths line the streets, filled with offerings inspired by the wild. Creativity flourishes alongside passion for preservation, building bridges not only among community members, but with the earth itself. The festivities culminate in an enchanting evening. Lanterns are strung overhead and laughter fills the air. As night falls, you glance around at the faces illuminated by soft light, each telling a story of courage, commitment, and the promise of a harmonious relationship with nature. Together, you look out at the horizon, ready to forge ahead. You breathe in deeply, aware that the bear's legacy lives on, not just as a symbol of bravery, but as a reminder of connection, obligation, and love for the wild. The narrative you all are crafting together is one of resilience, a testimony that reverberates through valleys and mountains, echoing a message that has always been vital. Preservation starts with awareness. With newfound clarity, you know that the future holds infinite possibilities as long as you remain united in purpose. This is just the beginning, a resounding call to action that will define your legacy and ensure that the wild remains a sanctuary for generations to come. As winter melts into spring, life begins to unfurl in vibrant bursts across the landscape. Each day you step outside, inhaling the fresh scents of new growth, the earthy aromas of thawing soil and budding leaves. With the season's change comes the return of energy within your community, sparking determination to act on all the momentum built through the cold months. You gather in the sunlit community center, the atmosphere buzzing with anticipation. The topic of conversation is clear: the urgency to educate and inspire widespread awareness about wildlife conservation. What if we host workshops? You suggest, casting a vision for the future. Excitement ripples through the group as ideas flow. Opportunities to deepen the bond between your citizens and their wild surroundings spring to life. Plans coalesce quickly. With cooperation from local experts, you organize a series of events, interactive workshops on sustainable living, habitat restoration, and the importance of wildlife biodiversity. The energy, fueled by the spirit of the bear, fills you all with hope. This isn't solely about preservation, but also about nurturing a relationship between humans and the wild. The day for the first workshop arrives, and the community center buzzes with a diverse crowd. Children with bright eyes, teens eager to lend a hand, and adults hungry for knowledge. You welcome a local ecologist who shines with passion, her storytelling weaving a narrative that captivates listeners. As she imparts wisdom about the delicate balance of nature, your community leans in, urging her to share more. The discussions become lively, ranging from creative ideas to pressing concerns. Outside, the river sings with vitality, and in that room, conversations deepen. A growing collective journey toward empathy and stewardship. Within the faces of attendees, the spirit of the bear awakens a realization. Each individual holds power in the story of their land. As workshops draw neighbors together and unite hearts, you notice real change beginning to occur. River cleanup days, tree planting events, and home gardens start sprouting, transforming personal yards into sanctuaries for wildlife. The community is galvanized, forming a protective shield for the land, and each member becomes a guardian in their own right, embodying the lessons imparted by the bear. Yet progress often stumbles. Rumors leak that some town council members view this movement as a deterrent to economic development. Their desire for growth feels at odds with the preservation of nature, creating tension that simmers beneath the surface. You understand the importance of standing firm in these moments. Your community's growth doesn't have to come at the cost of the Earth's. With resolve, you call for a forum, a chance for open dialogue that honors all perspectives. Your hope is to bridge the divide, to showcase that conservation can coexist with responsible development. Gathering advocates and development supporters alike, you push to emphasize the importance of finding a common ground, an approach that honors both economic progress and environmental protection. At the forum, the air thickens with anticipation. As people file in, some skeptical, some eager, your heart beats heavily with urgency. When it's your turn to speak, you take a deep breath, grounding yourself in the legacy of the bear. Sharing its story, you weave the threads of the past with promises for the future. If we truly listen to the land, you plead, we find ways to cultivate growth without sacrificing what sustains us. Your voice rises with passion, and you feel the room's attention lock onto your words. You present real-life examples from other towns, successfully integrating conservation into growth, sparking curiosity and concern. As the forum unfolds, you witness a remarkable shift. Discussions arise, not just confrontations, but ideas born of respect. Some skeptics acknowledge the need for change, voicing desires for thoughtful development that does not loom over the natural landscape. You can see it in their eyes. The seeds of hope are beginning to sprout. As the evening stretches on, a dialogue blooms. Challenging questions flow, and voices from every section of the room rise to share their visions. The air hums with the collective push for progress, creating a bridge between the desires for economic development and ecological mindfulness. When the night concludes, you feel overwhelmed with gratitude. The contentious barriers that once divided the community are now softened and blurred, and you understand that there is potential to interlace environmental concerns with the demands of growth. The battle ahead is pronounced, but now guided by a united front, you sense that harmony can be achieved. As days pass into weeks, the strength of your community continues to swell. Workshops and discussions evolve into new initiatives that reflect a balanced approach to stewardship. People begin to collaborate with local businesses on sustainable practices, utilizing their voices to catalyze shifts across the economic landscape, all infused with inspiration drawn from the bear's legacy. With the thawing of the ground and the unfurling of green sprouts, hope blooms anew. The bear's spirit, once an isolated tale of courage, has transformed into a collective anthem that now reverberates throughout your town, fueling the ongoing mission to protect the wild. With every initiative, every workshop, and every story that is shared, your community grows closer, united by purpose. As you step forward, embracing both the joys and challenges that lie ahead, you remind yourself and each other that this journey, infused with heart, connected to nature, is one that is woven through resilience, hope, and unwavering commitment. Together, you've chosen to tread lightly upon this earth, acknowledging the narratives of nature that sing louder than any urban sprawl could ever drown. Hand in hand, you march forward, ready to protect the sanctuary that is both wild and cherished, fully aware that the legacy of the bear lives on, guiding you into a brighter, more harmonious future. As the world awakens fully from winter's embrace, life flourishes around you. The trees don fresh green coats, wildflowers carpet the meadows, and birds greet the dawn with jubilant songs. It feels like nature is celebrating a new chapter, a sentiment echoed in the hearts of your community members. Days pass, and the energy within your town continues to hum, alive with potential and purpose. You glance at the stunning landscape surrounding you, the untouched forests holding secrets and stories that demand to be cherished. These beautiful sights inspire your next initiative, a week-long celebration of nature, a festival tailored to foster connection between the people and the land. You brainstorm ideas, collaborating with friends and neighbors, dreaming up activities that will captivate hearts and minds. Let's include nature walks led by local experts, you suggest during a planning meeting. We can explore the ecosystem, spot wildlife, and share stories about the importance of each species we encounter. The enthusiasm is palpable as conversations swirl around ideas for workshops, artisan markets, and interactive stations showcasing local biodiversity. Excitement builds alongside urgency. The festival becomes an emblem for your community's evolution, a beacon celebrating conservation's place in everyday life. As the festival date draws nearer, the town buzzes. You watch as neighbors paint banners, prepare food, and set up booths. Each effort interlaces with the spirit of the bear, instilling a profound sense of purpose that everyone can feel. The day of the festival dawns bright and filled with promise. You wake early, a flutter of anticipation in your chest as you help set up the entrance. adorned with vibrant decorations inspired by local wildlife. Families stream in, faces glowing with excitement as children tug their parents to explore. The air dances with laughter, amplified by the rhythmic melodies of local musicians celebrating culture and connection with nature. You guide a nature walk filled with children and their families, pointing out the diverse plant life that flourishes under the sun. As you pause by a small brook, you teach them the significance of riparian zones, how these habitats provide homes for countless creatures. Eyes widen in awe, questions bubbling up as their curiosity ignites the same wonder that shaped your passion. Amid your guiding, a little boy, no older than 6, gazes at a hermit thrush hopping nearby. "Will he always have a home here?" he asks, his voice laced with innocence. A wave of hope washes over you as you nod, replying softly, "As long as we promise to take care of it, yes. This is their home, just as it is ours." You smile, witnessing the realization dawn upon him. Preservation isn't just about nature, it's about love and respect. The festival flows beautifully, with activities that breathe life into conservation education. Families engage in crafts using recycled materials, environmental workshops encourage gardens in backyards, and stories of community heroes echo throughout the event. You join conversations with community members who share their own love for the land, ancestral legacies connecting them to the earth, tales of their family traditions of stewardship passed down through generations. Yet, with each interaction, a shadow flickers in the corners of your mind. The challenges faced by your community in the form of looming development proposals still hang like a cloud, a sensation of impending tension that refuses to be ignored. You push those thoughts aside to focus on the festival, immersing yourself in the jubilance around you. Children climb trees, laughter piercing the air, while artwork inspired by local wildlife adorns every table. Still, somewhere in your heart, a voice insists on overcoming those challenges to ensure the spirit of the bear holds sway, protecting the very essence of this cherished land. As the sun sets and the festivities wind down, twilight captures the moment. You gather everyone around a large bonfire, the flickering flames warming the hearts of all who sit. Stories float through the air, memories crafted from shared experiences, the journey woven together under the stars. In this serene gathering, you feel the unity resonate deeply, bolstered by connection and purpose. The initial flickers of uncertainty begin to fade as you share the bear's story again, emphasizing how it became a guardian of its wilderness, an act that now inspires your community to do the same. Together, you say, we can protect what we hold dear. Let us ensure that our children will walk these trails and hear the sounds of nature just as we have. Eyes reflect the firelight, passion reigniting within, echoes of agreement ripple through the crowd, fostering a shared promise that runs deeper than mere words. As the last embers flicker and the night deepens, you understand that the fight for your land is not solely about the battles ahead. It's intertwined with the spirit of advocacy, cooperation, and a shared love for nature. The lessons learned from the bear pulse within you and your neighbors, ready to meet whatever future unfolds. After the festival, you feel something shift within the community, a tide of growing awareness that begins to reshape everyday choices. Conversations about sustainable practices arise in casual settings. Neighbors rally to clean up local trails, and you create spaces to encourage discussions on preserving the environment amid inevitable change. During another meeting with the town council, you notice glimmers of support from the very individuals who once voiced skepticism. They're beginning to understand that conservation can align with development, finding pathways that respect both. The tides of momentum shift in your favor, fueled by a community that stands tall, united in purpose. As spring yields to summer, you feel a sense of peace settle around you, fortified by stories shared and connections rekindled. The bear's legacy, now woven into the fabric of your town, guides your journey forward. With the steadfast determination of all who have rallied beside you, you step confidently into the future, cognizant that your work is far from over. Your heart sings with hope, echoing through the flora and fauna, pulsing within each life that thrives in our shared sanctuary. Because you know that this journey is not only about protection, but about instilling respect for what has come before and nurturing awareness for what will follow. Together, hand in hand, you march forward, ever vigilant, ready to honor the legacy of nature and the interconnected web that binds you all.